Good afternoon. I am elated to have so many special guests here behind me in the Senate. You are in the building of the people. This is your building, after all. Pennsylvania stands at a critical crossroads in this moment. We are being told that hyperscale AI data centers and their associated infrastructure built out here in our Commonwealth is a sign of progress, a sign of economic growth. We are told that they're necessary for economic development and national security. I don't know about you, but building a data center in front of a nuclear power plant sort of defies that idea of national security protection, but I digress. We are told that these are inevitable. They're coming. You better just be ready because they're getting built no matter what. What I'm asking today is very simple. Who is this progress for? And at whose expense? If these projects are truly safe and beneficial, then somebody show me somewhere in the United States of America, which has more data centers than any other country on this planet, where the magical non-harmful data center is. If we have 4,000 some data centers in our country, where is that hyperscaler that doesn't cause air pollution, that doesn't cause noise pollution, that doesn't eat up everyone's water? Where is it? Somebody point me on a map. I'm happy to go visit. I would love to see that data center that's built responsibly. That's a term in this building I hear often. Well, Senator Muth, don't you support responsible data center development? I don't know what that means in this building because not a single bill, regulation, suggestion, voluntary opt-in of a grid standard includes anything that protects the public from the health harms from these massive industrial projects. Massive industrial projects. And I want to just use my time to caution the public. These people behind me probably already know much of this, but it's important to share this very important information. It's important you become the people who question everything. Why? Because we're being told that, oh, well, we're going to require real-time monitoring of the water usage. Who is actually doing a study statewide to see if we have enough water for living beings that is clean and drinkable? Nobody. Nobody, right? And I hate to break it to everybody, I have in my house this thing called a flow monitor, and I didn't install it. It came with the house, and it tells me every gallon of water out of every water fixture that I use. So if you want to have self-reporting by data centers, why are we requiring real-time monitoring of any of this when technology is already available, including air emissions at the fence line, including noise and sound pollution? All of this could be done in real time, right? Why is it not required? Why is it just self-reporting? Pennsylvania's long history of self-reporting has caused legacy pollution to the point where we are the #1 state in this country for the most Superfund sites. What an award to have, huh? What an award to have. Exactly, Boo is right. Pennsylvania has a long history of extracting wealth from our Commonwealth while leaving taxpayers to clean up the damage is lengthy. We have thousands of legacy pollution sites every day, pretty much. You can, every Friday, take a look in the PA bulletin and see how many new brownfields have been created in the Commonwealth because of leaks of frack wastewater on a well pad. Read it every Friday, it'll blow your mind. And just so you know, building on these contaminated sites as suggested by our president, our US Senator, and our governor, well, we're going to build these data centers on brownfields and Superfund sites. They are not required to be remediated to the health-wide standard prior to construction, and you need to know that. And you need to tell your neighbors that, because if dirt moves that's contaminated, it's coming in your windows, your HVAC, your lungs, your kids' lungs. That is simply unacceptable. Simply unacceptable. Residents are now going to be forced not only to live next to a new industrial monstrosity, but also the pollution left behind by the last one. None of the standards and the bills coming out requires decommissioning of these sites to be a part of approval, which means that these big dollar, big tech bros clean up their mess when they're done using our Commonwealth. None of it. There's decommissioning and bonding for solar farms, but not for hyperscale data centers. Big problem, right? We are sick of paying the bill, and guess what? We all know we're paying the bill. So not only do I have legislation for a 3-year moratorium that is mandatory statewide, no opt-out. Right. SB 1359 doesn't allow for a municipality over here to say, I don't want to do this, and you end up being built next to this. Municipal lines do not care. The pollution, all of this pollution will travel well beyond municipal lines. Harmful air particulate can travel 100-some miles. Infrasound can travel 10+ miles. What is the safeguard that is a guarantee from all industrial harm? Distance. And why is there not a protective, health-based, not industry-based, I know there's a lot of industry here today, health-based standard as to how close these massive industrial sites can be built next to where we live, where we sleep, where we work, where we play? In Senate District 44, there are data centers proposed within 400 feet of daycares, of long-term care facilities where veterans live, where people live in neighborhoods. So now, because you let all this get built, or you suck up all the farmland to what? To build data centers? And so we cannot continue this piecemeal operation, right? We are feverishly, this crew behind me, you're all a bunch of sleuths. You're all a bunch of researchers. You're all a bunch of people dedicated to the cause, because give yourselves a round of applause. They get it. They see the notices coming out. All these public notices, we're feverishly checking. When's the next proposal popping up? When is the next warehouse magically now approved to be a data center? Warehouses are not data centers. Let me just make it loud and clear for the people in this room that is a simple, total deceit of public trust by allowing that to happen, and it is happening more often than not. So if you see a golf course, a warehouse, you should think, is that going to become a data center? Watch who buys up the land. We also have a bill for ratepayer protection, because in case you missed it, and I'm sure you haven't, every month your electric bill's gone up every single year for the last 5-6 years. Why? Your service hasn't changed. Your usage hasn't changed. Why are we forced to subsidize the transmission and distribution costs for infrastructure build out for hyperscale data centers? Why? The people in this building have to understand that you are who they work for. This is who you work for, the public. You took a job to serve and protect the public. Not PICO, not PP&L, not Marcellus Shale Coalition, not Amazon, and they're not having it. So if you think we're gonna sit by and let us live next to massive high voltage power lines, massive hyperscale data centers, and then also foot the bill for it, you're out of your mind. We will not accept this. The public is long overdue for some real transparency, and filing right to knows has been a saving grace for these people, and I appreciate every single person who has taken the time and energy to actually file these requests for information. You shouldn't have to. This should all be publicly available. This should all be discussed in public, not behind closed doors. The lesson of Pennsylvania's industrial history is clear. When government fails to ask hard questions at the beginning, communities pay the price for generations. We cannot afford to repeat those mistakes, not with our water, not with our air, not with our families and our communities, and not with our future, because why? Pennsylvania is not for sale.